Well, everybody. You guessed it. Welcome back to, yes, Sodi Pop on YouTube. Ooh, I'm a little small guy. Hold on. Forgot to, Dush, what's happening? How you doing? It is great to hear from you. I changed your name, though. Oh, there we go. I'm on. Yes, we got it. Cool. All right, welcome back to Sodi Pop on YouTube, of course. Hopefully I'm not blowing out your ears. No, you should be good. Well, welcome back. Thank you, Dash. Yes, I hope you get the drop today as well. It is happening in minutos. Of course, we have, yeah, guessed it. It's Mr. Bishop coming from Uncanny X-Men. So, of course, we have the lovely future traveling Bishop. You know, we have Cable was another one that was a future traveler. I actually did not see the Days of Future Past, which is where he's in the movies. I almost kind of want them to redo all this stuff. I remember people liking Days of Future Past. It's one of the X-Men movies. Okay, so here's the reason. For a long time for me, a lot of like the Avengers, X-Men, and all that stuff, they were how I felt to be like popcorn flicks. And my favorite part about the X-Men was they really leaned into humanity kind of crucifying mutants and making him into something maybe that they're not, and the bad actors were getting blamed. And then a senator, what is it, Senator Kelly? I remember in the very opening of the very first X-Men show, you have Beast watching the senator, and then you also have what's his name, the guy who can change into different shapes. They're watching the senator and how he was giving a speech against mutants, right? And they want to start the program. Dush, I've been good, or Tashar, I've been good. Yeah, no, that's just fine. I actually had to reset up my whole stuff, so I haven't been broadcasting the streams or telling people really early enough like I have. So I moved everything into one room. So I've been figuring out with my our sleep schedule how to do this earlier, and then I've been putting up stuff on walls. I actually just finished everything yesterday. I had to run my Ethernet cable up and around, and I have to figure out. Actually, I have to make it prettier, but it's done. So it looks really nice. If I had my other camera, I could show you. I want to get that done because I want to start filming from different angles as far as my regular videos as well, because I want to get some of that stuff done. I have like 3 or 4 that are planned, and then one I want to get out next week. This weekend's going to be busy for me. I have my girlfriend's birthday, so just getting together. But I've been well. Thank you for asking, was the long and short of that. How have you been? Anything new in life? Hopefully good stuff. Let's see. Let's go to time is so I don't accidentally miss the drop as I have before. I actually had this weird thing, you know, watch it on your phone, that my phone's time was actually off by a little bit, and then it reset. It was like off by 2 minutes. It was really odd. I never had that happen before. Okay, looks like I'm on correctly, and I haven't gotten a drop in a long time. And we'll talk about a drop coming up, the Austin Martin drop, which is very, very expensive. My luck with VeVe is not here, so I will chill here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, my luck with VeVe has not been good, I would say. Not been good at all. All right, let's make sure we have the app open and ready to go. And nope, that's Venmo. That's not the app. Ah, there we go. Uncanny X-Men. Beautiful. And we are ready to go. Market is closed. His name is Bishop. So, Bishop, Uncanny X-Men, he comes from a future where mutants are branded. They have the was it the program? What is the so going back to the show, where I was going is in X-Men. It's all about like mutants being persecuted, and there's like an interesting seriousness to it that's really that makes it interesting. That I felt like the movies. Granted, Days of Future Past I did not see, and that was a long time ago. That the movies just felt like much more popcorny, save the world each movie. There's a big bad villain, Magneto's bad, and so I was not as I didn't love them as much as I thought it would. That's what I always loved about the cartoon, because I watched cartoon growing up, of like, oh, there's just like overarching kind of like there's a nemesis to society, and Professor X is trying to show how they're not, how they can be helpful, how they can be great. Where you have Magneto, who's on the other side, is like, no, we should rule the humans. Like they should bow to us. This is BS. And then of course you have the the Brotherhood, who's kind of separate, and there's the people that are living underground and everything, and they're making like part of their mark is they're making each other ugly and stuff. So Bishop comes from the far-flung future where mutants have been officially like held in concentration camps, and part of his goal is to make sure that never happens. And you'll notice the mark on his eye, the big M here, and that is actually what they are branded with, the mark of the mutant. And so you'll see a lot of people from his time are branded with that. I think Cable is not. Cable comes from like the more distant future. Cable X-Men comics. I don't think Cable has any of that because he comes from the more distant future. And then Bishop and Cable, I believe, do interact in the show. I haven't read many comics, so it's been very, very interesting. But Cable has like the really shiny eye, which is awesome. It looks so cool. This era of X-Men is awesome for art, and of course they're bringing X-Men 97, so they're continuing the story. They're bringing it back because it was so popular, and I think it will be good. It'll be cool. It'll be cool to see. I need to catch up on it again. Of course, you have Professor Xavier. So 4 minutes left. Put that right up there. Let's go through this drop. Sorry, my cat's in the background fighting. All right, so X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 282. This, of course, is a 30,000 variant drop, just like we have seen. First appearance of Bishop, everybody's favorite time-traveling X-Man. The X-Men have returned to the mansion with the body of Jean Grey. But is Jean really dead? Professor X has the answer. But who are these strange mutant visitors from the future? So we have 30,000. Should you keep it? Probably not in the long term. However, I will say there is a massive gem squeeze. The market has been down. We've seen the whole war starting and everything, which is super sad to see. Really not cool move, right? If I can sell this, if I get a common, let's say, I'll probably put it up for 25, 30 gems and see what happens. I'm okay with holding it. I like X-Men a lot, and I actually love this cover a lot. So I would be comfortable with holding this. I'm assuming, just like we have seen the other ones earlier this week, they will be going for 10, 12 gems, you know, in that range. Again, the last one I got was the wedding of in the Fantastic Four, and it was odd because it was going for 10, 12 gems, 15 gems, and I put it up for 22 and it sold right away, which was, I'm not sure how that happened. I don't know if there's a glitch in the system showing other users that the 10, 12 gems weren't available. I hope not. That's not a fun way to win, right? All right. Tashar, my luck with VeVe is not here. Blind box, right? What is your tactic today? The tactic. Oh, man. The tactic has been one of constant concern. They've been switching. So, I will be probably trying to time. Why? Because, let me get that up. Because when I click on the buy now button, if you've been doing the align gate, it doesn't, you can't click too fast. So what I mean is I wish I could add the video up, but I saw someone record themselves, and I've experienced this thing several times where you click really fast with your hands, and the buy now button appears and you click it, but the thing is it doesn't register. It's obviously, it's blinking like it's clicking, but you're clicking it, and it's almost like you have to give it a couple milliseconds after to not click or to register and then buy. So I've been doing the timing method. I haven't been super successful with that. Again, I've gotten counted yesterday. It was like 2 out of the last 11 drops, which is, for me, I used to get a lot more than that. So, all right, we're almost there. Get ready, get ready, get ready. We are caught. Nope, didn't work. We're caught in the loop. The forever buying now. All right, so happened to me yesterday. Same thing, didn't get anything. As of right now, while prices are low and things, I'm little by little like buying up smaller stuff. I am thinking of participating in tomorrow's drop, so we'll go back to that. All right, so, all right, hopefully I'll catch the rebound. So it's interesting. What happened yesterday is I was sitting here, I didn't get the initial drop. I tried to catch the rebound, and that didn't work for me either. And what typically happens right now in the past like few weeks is that I'll still have the buy now button. And then if I click kind of too much in that time, it will reset my button to sold out and I won't be able to click it anymore, which is unfortunate. So what I did yesterday is I just didn't click until that kind of 4-minute mark. Well, until the 4-minute mark, I didn't get anything. So I have never been successful waiting for that 4-minute mark. So for me, for where I am, it must be like a slight second before or after that 4-minute mark. I don't know when. I've heard of people with different success rates on what time they actually click. So I'm not sure. Hopefully, Tash, hopefully you got it today. But yeah, so it's still giving me the buy now button. So I'm just going to keep on clicking it, see what happens. Let's talk about, while we do that, we can talk about that Aston Martin drop. So I saw the drop yesterday. I didn't read into it. I didn't realize how expensive it was. And of course, that is the talk of the town, right? First officially licensed Aston Martin anything. Of course, you can bet that there's going to be some interactivity with those $1,007 blind box secret rares, you know, only 507 editions released. You can bet they're probably going to be more than 1,007 on the market. Only the very top people, not very top people, but only a few people in VeVe can go for it. But again, there's probably 2 million people in VeVe. There's probably tens of thousands that are able to go for this. So your overall chance, my app just reset. Yep, darn. So if you have the gems, if you have them ready to go, you are probably better off than a normal drop, right? But it is a blind box. Will it be? It doesn't look like, I can't tell if it's going to be Space Gate, which would be my preference. But again, with the way the button has been interacting, yeah, I don't see the drop up yet in the VeVe app. It's not showing, even with that app reset just now, it's not showing yet. So not there yet. This will be on Saturday, I believe. Yes, Saturday. So 8 a.m. is the ultra rare, and then 12 p.m. 2 interactive secret rares. So I'm trying to decide if I want to go for this or not. I don't have that many gems in my account yet. I'd rather not. I'd rather put new gems in than sell anything right now. Right now is a horrible time to sell anything. So I'm going back and forth. This will most likely, there's only 507. So you can bet the people that do get this, they have enough gems, most likely, to get these. So just because they have enough gems to get these means they have enough gems to also hold it, right? They're not going to be strapped for cash, most likely. Now, that might be the exception for a few, but the few will let it go. And the people who really want it, that have gems, that missed it on the drop, will just buy it right after the drop because they believe in it. First off, Aston Martin, interactive secret rare, blah, blah, blah. Now, we haven't seen vehicles do well at all on VeVe yet. First official Aston Martin. I think the fact that they're making it so expensive and so rare, because the other vehicle editions were not very rare. You know, they're in the many thousands, especially the DeLorean. But which is doing well. Let's actually look at the DeLorean as we are here. So DeLorean 1-to-1 interactive. 1-to-1 interactive ultra rare. 709, you could have gotten this blind box for 60, 50 or 60, I believe. So great, it's doing well. It's more than a 10x, which is great from where you bought it from. And that's where we lie here with the Secret Rares interactive. So Bond and Madeline drive the iconic Aston Martin DB5 along the picturesque Italian coast, but soon find themselves under attack by Spectre agents. This ultra premium first edition's interactive digital collectible is outfitted with a pair of miniguns that emerge from the front headlamps, opening doors, and steerable wheels. So, and then what sucks is that this is blind box. So there's only 7 editions of the fully 007 interactive one. So they drive the picturesque and find themselves. This ultra premium first edition interactive digital collectible is outfitted with a pair of miniguns that emerge from the front headlamps, opening doors, steerable wheel, and a JB007 license plate. So that license plate is the main feature. I was on Reddit yesterday when they were one of the Discord mods showed it on Reddit or put it on Reddit. And he says there's also more stuff coming with this. They also teased that there's more to come to announce to interact. So I'm assuming it's going to be drivable with the DeLorean, maybe more interaction. Cool, great. Is that worth this asking price? There's only 7 editions, just like the Bond movie tickets. The Bond movie tickets, people are pricing them at hundreds of thousands. Have they ever sold? Are they worth that much? Again, they are the first ever movie tickets on the blockchain that I'm aware of, which is interesting and cool, unique part of history. Because it's James Bond, I don't know. It's hard to know. Yes, I think both of them will be worth probably more than this 107 asking price, just because the people get them will be more of holders. Is it worth it to try and go for it? If you have the gems, yes, of course it is. Is it worth it to put in more gems to go for this? I'm undecided. I would say hesitantly yes. Why? Because if you go for this, don't get it, fine. Right now is a gem squeeze, and you have the ability to get some pretty good deals on stuff. Again, Spider Ghost, when I know other people, it's crazy. It's really weird. Spider Ghost, before all this happened, before I said anything, I was like, all right, this is one I want to hold. I want to get a bunch of because I think it's going to be really popular. I've now seen that, and I think other YouTubers felt the same way, and other people felt the same way because they're like, oh, it's a character that looks awesome in Marvel Mighty. It's an FA, and it's seemingly going to be and continue to be a big character in the future. And I've seen that like a bunch of other people have that same opinion. So obviously we're not all that different, unfortunately. But Spider Ghost has dropped quite a bit, 67. Wow. So she was at 80 yesterday. I skipped buying her. I remember if you've been on the other live streams, around 100 is where I want to grab her. So yeah, I might pick up a couple. If you're left with 1,000 gems after, then you might want to wait. Let's see, Saturday. So Saturday, and we have 2 more days left. We'll on Sunday or the 28th Monday, we'll be seeing Miles Morales. That's the big one. That's one people are waiting for. That could be your second chance Spider-Man. It really could be, and then we could see a gem recovery after then. Who knows? If you have 1,000 gems in the app, just waiting, maybe not a bad thing for that. So I will go for this. Yeah, I'll probably end up going for this, and then if I don't, then I have 1,000 gems in the app waiting. I don't know. I may sell some stuff. It may depend. It will depend. I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about it, but right now is not the great time to sell anything in the app. However, if you sell something for something else and you wait and you want to hold that, and everything is dropped kind of the same, so it's okay to sell something for something else. However, you don't want to sell something that's dropped 90% to buy something that's only dropped 40%, unless that's something that dropped 90% you hate and you don't believe in. I can't even think what that might be, but I just put it out there. Anyways, let's get back to the app. Is 8:10. So let's go ahead and read the comic. One momento, please, as I need to grab my really quickly. I'm gonna put on some music, grab the iPad. If you're in the chat, let me know if you got a Dash. Let me know if you got a actual comic today, comic drop. Neither myself nor anyone in my group, a lot of people I keep seeing have not gotten any drops. Of course, you'll see it on Twitter and Reddit, of course. But yeah, it's been really few and far between. You're back. Alright, gonna have to let my iPad charge for just a minute because it was left out. But I'm going. So we're gonna read first appearance of Bishop. They've come back to the X-Men. We don't know if she's really dead, apparently. And then the X-Men have come back. That's what we got. Okay. Alright. We're good to go. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get it all ready to go. Alright. Uncanny X-Men. The one thing I love that I don't know about as comics and crypto, what they have as far as okay, cool, so we're charging. Beautiful, ready to go. Perhaps not. Ooh. I don't know why it works on the other screen just fine always. On this screen, maybe not so much. Let's see. Okay. I had to change a weird setting. I had to change a weird setting in my capture stuff. Okay, whatever. That's fine. We're good to go. Cool. Don't mind if I do. All right. We are back. So, Uncanny X-Men number 283. So we're going to read the first appearance of Bishop. I've never read this. I've never really read any X-Men comics. Uncanny X-Men. That's not going to be it. Let's see here. Make sure I have the right one. Uncanny X-Men 280. Sorry, 282, not 283. Uncanny X-Men. That's it. There we go. 283. I'm gonna have this red and gold next time. Especially for these long editions, it takes a couple of seconds to find these. I should start reading the X-Men. Sure, I would like it. I hear my cat in the background trying to get out. But then I let her out. She's going to try and get back in. That's how she does it. 282. Beautiful. All right. All right. Beautiful. Let her out. So, we have Uncanny X-Men 283. Ooh, it was 19. Was it 1963, did it say? Yeah, 1963. Whoa. Man, the art style was so freaking good. Look at that. His name is Bishop. I love the pinks and everything. Cool. All right. Let's get going here. Game is good. We're good. Back. Near the end of Grave Malkin Lane, outside Salem Center, Westchester County, New York, stands a house. More than a house, actually, a mansion. Old and venerable, built upon the rebuilt many times, its long existence. Currently, it's been for the past several years. It is the home for Professor Charles Xavier's School of the Gifted Youngsters, a pleasant, sobriquet, which hides a darker truth. Your queen is in jeopardy! For the mansion in the Grey Mountain Lane is actually a secret headquarters of the mutant strike force known to the world at large as X-Men. And the smooth, padded gentleman who concentrates so intently upon the chessboard before him is the creative leader, Professor X. His opponent, the machine smith known only as Forge. Ah, Forge. I believe you're right, Charles. But the knights, Queen Bishop 3, and... Checkmate! Now how? You didn't use your telepathic powers to block my awareness of that move, did you? You know the answer to that, Forge. Or does this switch not activate the psychic damper that's been giving me a headache for the last hour? Of course I knew. You knew? As I knew I would still only need my skill in the game to beat you. But at least this one... That's bad. But at least this one... I need like a proper English accent. But at least this one loss is where you can demand a rematch. Where this is a true battle, instead of a game of masquerading as warfare. Wait, X-Men are here. And... Payback. Storm, the Sentinel Head. What? The trophy of Battle Forge. A battle which has cost us much. Jean! Frickin' Sentinels. Storm, what happened? The Storm, they brought back her body. They had the head of a Sentinel. Ah, the Sentinels. Stanley presentation starring the Uncanny X-men. Look at that art. We were attacked. A small band of these Sentinels struck the Hellfire Club earlier this evening. They came through the Gateway's portal pursuing the Reaver Pierce. Recounted in detail, last issue. There was another involved, a mutant, a stranger. He did not seem to be in league with Pierce. In the end, we prevailed against the Sentinels, and the stranger fled, taking the Hellfire's Club White Queen with him. But Jean was felled by the last wave of the Sentinel assault, and, not quite what you saw last issue, but take our word for it, it's what happened. And there is no trace of brainwave activity yet. She cannot be dead. I'm psychically attuned to all of you, my X-Men. I would have felt her die. Okay, she's not dead. I must probe her further. If there's any trace of Jean, yes, she's not dead. Her psyche survives, but it is displaced. Jean is alive, but not in this body. Back in New York City. An hour of night, even when the most adventuresome return to their dens. when even those whose lives are lived upon the very razor's edge seek out the comfort and safety of their own beds. Zzz, zzz, ugh, zzz, zzz. What in? Ooh, shit. Fitzroy. But who? Ooh, we have a disembodied head. Zzz, zzz. Oh, come on now, Shinobi. He's a bit messed about, but you must have recognized what left out of the old cyborg. Pierce! Was this strictly necessary, Trevor? I would have taken your word that he was dead. There's no reason to drip motor oil all over this very expensive satin sheets. I never do anything unnecessary, Shinobi. You know that. I'm just as sure as you know what this means. I win. Not only have I terminated one of the founders of the Inner Circle, not only have I captured a small band of hellions for our later amusement, but I have brought the meaningful Miss Emma Frost, the Hellfire Club's very own White Queen, as a trophy. Where... Jean, what have you gotten yourself into? Of course, your rules preclude that full appreciation of that, but we are nevertheless left to be a debt to be paid. I will have your father's ring now, Shinobi, and with it, leadership of the upstarts. Shinobi, I actually had a toy of Shinobi when I was growing up. An awesome toy. Not quite. It's not quite that easy, Trevor. I never quite agreed with your version of the game. If you want the ring, you'll still have to take it. Which I can do, Shinobi. All too easily. My Sentinels defeated the X-Men tonight. But they're all beat up. You really think you have a chance against them? Now, on the chance the ring has grown too snug upon your finger, not dare. About to cut it off? Oh yes, I would, Shinobi. Haven't you realized by now I will do anything? Ah! Oh, pretty intense. The scream dies slowly on the midnight air, and that house of the Gramlican Lane. Other voices speak in hushed, grim tones. There's much, X-Men, that I could squeeze out of that head of database. Everything left of what the Sentinel knew is up on that screen. Apparently their HQ is a floating fortress, essentially an iceberg in a field of pack ice. The Sentinels are equipped with a highly sophisticated homing program. They can find coordinates from anywhere in the world, and we could too, if that part of the memory circuits hadn't been automatically fused when the head was severed. Still, we know the approximate location. It won't be easy, but I think we can get there, and I do mean we. I intend to accompany You intend to accompany us on this mission? Very well, Forge. Shall not debate the issue. And I too shall be coming. Though I am crippled, once again my particular talents may be needed here. You really think that's a good idea, Professor? No, Iceman, I do not. But we have no choice. Linked to Cerebro, I will be able to locate Jean more quickly and easily than you could alone. Once we are close to proximity, and if Jean truly transferred her psyche into location, I believe most likely, she is undoubtedly becoming more and more attuned to her new host with every moment. She will need to help to free herself. Now quickly, May. Oh, so she is possibly in Emma Frost. Interesting. We may already be too late. In the summer, the sun never truly sets above the Arctic Circle. A haunting twilight touches the sky and land alike. A stillness lies upon the frozen earth. One strongly at odds with the harsh voices echoing in the halls. We are now in the secret base. I told Shinobi I defeated the X-Men tonight. Only a partial truth, I fear. Miss Frost and her precious hellions were indeed brought low, but the X-Men escaped but a single fatality. There's always next time, Master Fitzroy. Temper your ambition with patience, and I will thank you to remember that your position here does not include... A portal. Opening here? Now? Without my... Wait, someone is appearing. What if they try and cross? Fused as always. fused into a single mass by the transition, but not dead, not yet, and therefore of use to me. Oh, so they're all getting fused by the portal. Really? Oh, that's great. That's fucked up. That's messed up. Wow. Yeah. An interesting sensation. I've never assumed a doubled mass like this. Their life energies are mingled, yet still distinct, still individualized. Under the correct circumstances, it might even have to have been possible to separate them. There is a portal, they're all fused together in a nasty mutant lump. Wow. Unfortunately, for them, this is not such a situation now. Phantom, explain this. Your task is to prevent such things from ever happening. I do my best, Master Fitzroy, but is your best is evidently not sufficient. You are supposed to monitor and catalog all my portals. How does it happen you neglected to tell me this one still existed? I choke. Forgive me, my lord. Forgive me, my lord. All my calculations indicated there was insufficient energy available to maintain this portal. The life energy you had absorbed prior to opening the portal should have been expended by now. Should have. Not good enough, Bantam. Not good enough by half. Learn to do your job better, little man. For the time I open the portal into time, I'll know just where to get the life force to energize it. Yes, Master Fitzroy. Fool, you'd make my life easier if you would be more frugal in your use of your power. One day may open one of your time portals. Ooh, he may open one of his time portals. Interesting. I have to know more about that. And the devil only knows what will come out of it. Scanning, scanning. Ooh, baby. Some kind of nastiness ahead. Psychic energies being warped, even shredded. Xavier, what do you read? Yet I'm certain my deduction is correct. To save herself from the attack, Jean transferred her psyche into the mind of the nearest telepath, which would have been Emma Frost, the White Queen of the Hellfire Club. Not a place Jean would much enjoy being, I'd think. No, Frost's unique psychic patterns would have been difficult for Jean to assimilate. Likely, she wouldn't have been attempted to defeat had not Frost been dead herself. Ooh, Emma's dead. Odd. I would have thought I would have detected the death of so powerful a telepath, just as I would have known if Jean were truly dead. Very little, Forge. There must have been some sort of psychic blockade effect around the Sentinel base. I'm not even reading Jean's normal telepathic in mansion. What is that word? Emanations. There we go, emanations. There's still a great deal we must learn before we can properly act. Sensors confirm. Aircraft in vicinity. Identity unknown. Oh, so they have the base. Looks like they have the mutants. Oh, that's not good. Oh, so he's using... Okay, just looking here. He's using different mutants to power his, like, portals and stuff. Oh, that's messed up. He has a lot of them there. Continue monitoring for now, but be silent. It's unlikely the craft represents any attempt of our captive cohorts to mount a rescue operation. So, I see no reason this bit of news should interfere with breakfast. Ooh. Trevor! I wish you wouldn't talk like that. It makes me feel queasy. And that, my dear, is why you will never rise any higher than you have in our little upstart organization. Ooh, dang. While I ascend to the very pinnacle. No! Please! Ah, you're killing me! Oh no, my dear Taro. At least not yet. The essence of your life will continue to exist as part of me. That is, until I use that energy to open yet another one of my temporal passages. Then you shall live. Then your small life, coupled with the lives of the two unfortunates I observed earlier, will provide the rate of exchange necessary to allow 3 others to pass through another time. Well, well, little Lord Fitzroy, it's about time. Indeed it is, my dear Burke, although you are a little ahead of yourself. My father still holds the title of Lord. Meanwhile, welcome, and to you, Kroger and Styles. Oh, so he's bringing people from his time. I hope the 3 of you had a pleasant trip. at least as pleasant as it was for me to bring you through. Pleasant is not the word I'd use, Fitzroy. In many ways, you're lucky you can pass through your time portals yourself. Can the Chatterbird. We're free, and that's all that matters. Well, not all, Kroger. There's still a matter of your agreement, the pact you three entered into exchange for my arranging your release. I don't think so. You're too much a child of your time, Fitzroy. You believe that all honor among thieves, crud. Well, I've learned a different way, a better way. I'm free, I'm master of my own destiny. No one can stand in my way, no one can stop me. At least of all you, Fitzroy. Try and stop me, and I'll beat you as fast as easy as I did last time. You had me at clear disadvantage, Kroger, old man. By all means, leave. I release you from your word. In fact, take the portal. By now, the other end will have shifted from your point of origin. Smart boy, Fitzroy. Seems like maybe you've grown a brain since. Hey, what? Kroger! No, paid, I can't! Ta-ta, Kroger. Sorry to see you lost to us like this, but you've been useful if you played the game. But these are one-way portals. Any attempt to pass back through them, and they extract the necessary energy from the most immediate source. Now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Burke and Mr. Styles, even though I power my time portals with energy I've drained from others, the strain can leave quite me weakened. Time to refresh myself. Oh no. So he killed his own man, and he's going back to eat some more. What a messed up guy. I don't know why you would hop back through the portal, though. Silly. Why would you trust him? Like the man said, I don't think so. I've seen enough of your dirty dealings, Fitzroy, if that's your name. Ooh, Fitzroy is in for a match. I mean, if that guy could have really beat him. Oh, sorry, I still have the music on. That's not good. The guy could have really beat him. You're not going to be feeding on me. Not while I can still do this. Levitation? But, Frost, you can't do that. You're nothing more than a telepath. She's pushing us back. She's got some kind of telekinetic power. Trevor, what? No time for questions now. It's our lovely Miss Frost that has been hiding things from us. There'll be enough time to find out what and how on the autopsy table. Kill her! Professor, what? Jean, her mind is active again, but in great pain. Her psychic energies are not properly in sync with the body she's currently occupies, and she's under attack. We must make haste, X-Men. I have a fix on Jean, and I will guide you there. Hurry. We may be already too late. My weather powers still protect me from the bitter cold, and Iceman is, of course, impervious. Archangel, Colossus, are you all right? You will be if we don't have to stay out here too long. Otherwise, my hands might freeze to the metal of Colossus's hide. No sweat, Arch. According to the prof, we don't have to go too far. Then, pull back the perimeter. According to the instruments of the Blackbird, this layer is heavily shielded. I will need to unleash nature's full fury to breach their defensive shell. Colossus, be ready at my signal. She crashes lightning into the base. And at that moment, inside the base. Not quite good enough, gentlemen. Your weapons are ineffective as long as my telekinesis can deflect their fire. The only question is, how much longer can I keep this up? This is ridiculous. Frost powers are nothing like this. What was that? A tremor? An unauthorized aircraft detected earlier. It has deployed mutant units to attack this facility. Oh no. And not a moment too soon, Jean says. Colossus! By the Eternal X-men are here. Easy, Jean. I've got you. Warren? Then you know what happened. So Archangel has Jean. Professor X was able to deduce the circumstances, Jean. We have put your real body safely in cryogenic storage on the Blackbird. Nice. Now, all we have to do is mop up this bunch of losers. The X-Men are battling them. It's not possible. They're blasting through us like we're amateurs. I selected the finest mercenaries in the world for my personal cadre. Why is this happening? Sir, the Sentinels did try to warn you about the aircraft was. Silence! I'll have no underling lecture me. Ah! Load the White Queen in the containment pod, Archangel. We have to be on our guard. It's a case like this, some kind of double bluff. Done, Forge. Alright, Forge is taking her. But don't let caution get in the way of properly protecting her. This professor says that Jean's psyche is in the White Queen's body, and Jean's got to be saved at any cost. No debate on that score, Angel. But this was all too easily accomplished. It was information from the captured sentinel that led us here to the base, but where are the other sentinels? Well, just at a guess, big guy. I'd say they're joining us right now. Destroy them! These sentinels have arrived. Destroy the X-men! Well, that's my cue to leave, while my guests are still safe. Get her back to Professor X Forge. We'll have to deal with that and the sentinels. Alright, they're battling sentinels. We're ahead of you, Storm. Iceman, are you with me? Archangel flies in. Iceman blasts the sentinels. Now, X-Men, as we planned. Colossus, Archangel, smash them. Iceman, freeze the damaged areas before they can repair themselves. That's right, the sentinels can repair themselves. They're really messed up. Nowhere else, old buddy. We're sure to stay clear of them on my deep freeze yourself. The sentinels are failing. The most advanced sentinels ever created. And the X-Men are destroying them. Oh, he's pissed. But I'm not finished. The sentinels may be failures, but they're occupying the X-Men long enough that I may drain the life energy out of my captives. Yes, yes. I've never absorbed so much energy at one time. I was just absorbing energy out of all these people. Oh, wow. It's almost intoxicating. So much life filling me, expanding me. Aren't the X-Men saving him? And now, while the X-Men waste their own limited energies, I shall unleash mine in one creation of temporal portal greater than I have dared attempt. Come forth, you denizens of the future. Remember your sworn oath. You are my army, my warriors. And against X-Men, have no hope of survival. Alright, so there's a bunch of mutants pouring through his portals. I know not what you are, stranger, but this is the second time one day you have set yourself against us. You shall be no more successful than you were before. Storm is blasting him. But who are these people? And what do they mean that them denizens of the future? There'll be enough time for such questions after we are addressed the harmless Archangel. We must incapacitate any of them as we've seen before. Whelm. Before they overwhelm us by sheer weight of numbers. Looks like that won't be too much of a strain. They look tough, but they have no defense against my ice. They're all battling them. Colossus is throwing a big dude. Perhaps not, Iceman, but I think you will discover the night is full of surprises. What? The portal. No. Oh, it's the portal's absorbing the sentinels. Grab. I want young Fitzroy live. No, it can't be. But it is, Fitzroy, and in case you slipped your attention, the little game of yours just got a whole lot deadlier. Oh, there's Forge. He's grabbing Fitzroy by the throat. Next, answers. Bishop arrives at the end to grab the futuristic Fitzroy, who is trying to get out of there. And there we are. Bishop. First appearance. Looking cool. And they're wearing some cool uniforms. Very nice. All right. Well, that was it. That was the comic. Really amazing art. I love how everything looks. You know, they make Iceman and Storm look so amazing. Just super into it. Okay. 8:39. We should hopefully have the market open. Let's see what's happening. No, that's not what I want. No. I'll have to figure that out later. There we go. Like it was more centered earlier. Okay. See if the market is open. I'm guessing it's going to be going for 10 to 12 gems as the ones were before. You know, it's not 8 gems, so even less, the Uncanny X-Men. So probably a few hundred for, yeah, 248, a few hundred. Everyone's saving their gems for maybe the Aston Martin, especially the big ones. Is this an iconic comic? No. You know, this might be a good day to pick up. Let's see some other stuff. You know, we've seen even bigger gem squeeze already. This might be a great day to pick up some good stuff. The Green Goblin dropped to 410. The Spider Ghost is probably going to be even lower. The Lady and the Tramp. Let's see, this is 660 is the floor price for Lady and the Tramp, so that's dropped a couple hundred. Again, this goes back to the, if you have any gems left, this goes back to the gem strategy. So this was 7K yesterday, dropped a little bit more to 6.5. But again, it only takes 1 or 2 to get it back up to 7. Elsa is now slightly above 2K. It was hanging at around 3K for a while. Was like, I think 2.5, 2.6 yesterday. I really want to see Spider Ghost, of course. Let's check her out. Oops, sorry about that. All right, Spider Ghost. Check it out. If she appears, there we go. So she was around, I think, 40 when we just looked at her. Man, I hate the search engine. You have to look at the market. There we go. All right, 68. So she was around 80 yesterday. So she dropped today to 68, which, man, if you got the gems, you know, this is the time when the greatest predictor of like if you'll have more gems in the future is like where you buy. So if you have been buying, great, but this is even better day to buy. And maybe tomorrow or the next day, you know, if Miles is officially announced, that could be even better day to buy. Who knows? Mickey Sorcerer hat, probably around 2K. Yeah, around 2K. I was excited when it was around 4K. Then when it dropped to 3, now it's around 2K. That's amazing. We will see. Donald and Daisy were above 1K. Oh, they've dropped below 1K now. That might be a good, really, really good price for them. You know, maybe put 1K in the app. Maybe you put 1K in the app to get this, the Aston Martin, and then you just go, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do a for sure thing. Buy Donald and Daisy right now. Not even mess with this. Not even have a chance. Cool. But you know, Donald and Daisy will be easily double this in my assumption, assuming things come back, right? You know, they could always not come back. So I guess always be careful, right? Gotta be careful. OBL, what's happening? How you doing? Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're just looking at the market really quickly. Just got done reading the comic. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in. So again, going back, if you use my 3-bucket strategy, it's not my 3-bucket strategy. I learned it from someone else, but it's what I use in general. So you have your gems in one bucket, your trading or midterm kind of holds in another bucket, and then lastly, you have your long-term holds. And you kind of go in between those. Right now, everything is red. Right now, you're using your gems to buy that middle and long-term stuff. Most likely that long-term stuff, one of them maybe being the Donald and Daisy golden moments. Maybe you want to put in gems for maybe you want to put in gems for the Aston Martin, but you're like, hey, I'd rather have a for sure thing, get Donald and Daisy, because you can imagine there might, after the drop, the Aston Martin drop, if Miles Morales is not announced, everything might pop back up because the people who maybe were selling stuff to get the Miles drop, like Donald and Daisy, almost exactly 1,000 gems, they sold it and they're hoping to buy back in. That stuff is going to pop back up right after this very expensive drop. And I don't think Miles will be this expensive. I think they'll be more akin to what Peter Parker was, right? So everything has dropped even more today. Wonder Woman is probably back down 91, so Wonder Woman is down. She was above 100 yesterday. The skateboard, man, below 1,000 now. You know, that's technically the first ever Disney collectible. It's a first edition, not a first appearance anymore, but we got that. Dang, I missed the read. I gotta get back to rematch. Thanks, bud. Yes, for sure. Thank you so much for coming in, OBL. Yeah, go ahead. I will, you know what? I'm thinking of doing, just put back my, my set together. So I'm thinking of like breaking out the comic reads into their own little section so people don't have to watch 2 hours of live stream of me talking about the market and other things going on. So, yeah. So I might think about doing that as I'm making my own videos, breaking that out into its own thing. And I have a voice changer and everything, so I want to make it a little more interesting. I want to be very entertaining for you all. All right. So we have so this is the market. You have a couple of choices. Buy red, sell green. We just got a major with the whole Russia thing, which is horrible. We got a major downwards catalyst, right? Wrong one. We got a major downwards catalyst, and things bumped down immediately, and then now they're back up a little bit. You know, we might have more downside to go. We're still waiting for at least the Fed in the US to announce how much they're going to raise interest rates. Will it change because of the whole Russia thing? Maybe, maybe not. They can absolutely blame more stuff. They can blame more inflation on the Russia thing, but we all know that's not true. That's only been the last few months. That's been a big deal. So, what should you do? Of course, not financial advice. This is what I am doing. As always, I'm kind of playing the middle path of like, I'm kind of saving up, I'm being conservative, and when these deals present themselves, I'll strike. But I'm not spending everything that I have, right? I am buying little. If I have 1,000 gems, I'm not going to buy one Donald and Daisy, even though I'd love to. I'm going to maybe buy another Spider-Gwen because she's down to 60 gems. And I see percentage-wise her going up, you know, 5, 10x from that easily for me. Donald and Daisy, yeah, I can see them going up 5x for sure, maybe just as much. But I don't want to spend all my gems and be, what if Donald and Daisy dropped to 600 gems? Even better deal. Now I can take advantage of that. Now I still have some gems left over to still participate in drops, to still get other things that drop really low that maybe I think shouldn't even be close to that low, to prices maybe that we would have only have seen in like November of last year or August of last year as opposed to January this year. Because remember, things are still like massively up from January 1st. So if you were in any time before that, you're doing pretty well. Unfortunately, I know probably tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people got into the app in mid-January. That's why we saw such a big pump up. However, I will say this, there's tens of thousands of people every day still getting on this app. We know that because drops are just impossible to get. Drops that I would normally get probably 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. I'm getting 1 or 2 out of 10. I didn't get one today. So I got 2 drops in the last 12. 13 actually, because I didn't count the one yesterday. That's really bad for me. This is the first time ever that I've gotten so little drops. It's wild. And I bought a new phone like 30 days ago. So theoretically it should be even better. Yeah, so this would be the time to buy. It's really hard to know what's going to happen. You know, could the entire market, the one thing for VeVe, and the reason why I'm looking at this is because if crypto and traditional markets crash and we go into sort of a recession, that will most likely affect VeVe. And VeVe could just be really boring and could be like this for a while where like things kind of go low, they kind of hang out at these prices, they don't like skyrocket like they did in January, right? But that is also the perfect time when things get boring. That's the perfect time to collect. But you have to be liquid. You have to be comfortable in paying your normal bills. You can't overextend yourself because there's no worse feeling than when you feel trapped by something, right? Where you're like, I bought this and then it dropped and I can't afford to hold on to it. Like I need to sell it because I need those gems or I need to cash out whatever. And now cash out is 10%. Let's say you bought something at 500 gems, drops to 400, but you need that cash. What, you have to sell it at, you have to cash out your gems and you only get 360 out of the 400, which is already less than the 500 you spent. That's what I'm saying, is that have a long enough time horizon, allow your stuff to grow. Don't spend everything all at once. if you can, I make that mistake all the time. I've already like I have very few gems in the app right now because I'm like, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. And now I'm looking like, oh, I should have waited 2 weeks, even a week, and just bought stuff now. But who knows this would have happened? Who knows that the whole Russia thing would have happened, right? The war and everything. That's just awful. So keep that in mind. We never know these things. And just be patient. Have your own little strategy. That's what I have mine. That's what I keep on talking about. Patience. Do you believe in this asset? Do you believe in VeVe? Do you like these NFTs? Do you like them? That's the most important thing. Do you like it? I think Bishop is super awesome. I think the stuff in the future, it's like super cruel. Like he's fusing bodies and stuff with his portals. So really, really crazy. But if you believe in it, if you like it, go for it. All right, guys. So it's 8:51. We looked at the market a bit. We read the comic. We had a great time. I will be streaming. Let's see. The next one is the Austin Martin on Saturday so far. So today's Thursday. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Today is Thursday. So I think the next one we have is just Austin Martin on Saturday. Nothing's been, yeah, usually they do a day in between. So Thursday, Friday, the 28th is Monday. So we have Saturday, maybe skip Sunday, maybe Monday is Miles. Although Sunday would make a lot of sense too. If there is a Miles, if and when, right? I would assume there is. Personally, I'm like, I want the Austin Martin, but I don't want to put 1,000 gems in the app for it. I don't know. I'm really still not decided. I even said yes earlier this stream. I mean, they, again, as far as like money wise, VeVe does what it wants to do. This is very, very expensive. Is it worth it? Yeah, if you get one of these 7 or one of these 7 ones, yeah, it will always probably sell for more than 1,000. Probably sell for tens of thousands. But if you even get one, you know, there's probably only tens of thousands of people in the app that will even be able to participate. So you will have maybe a little bit better, I wouldn't say better odds, but you will have similar odds to what you might have in a normal drop, which isn't great for me. So I'll have to figure that out. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Remember, follow me on the 3Ts and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. I have a lot more coming to you this week, this month, this next week coming up, as I have completed my full setup and it looks beautiful and I'm super pumped about it. Still waiting for like a mic to come in so I can do other filming cool stuff around. And yes, as always, be yourself and eat a cookie.